Are you waiting for me? Should we go? Do you want to get to camp so you can have your treat? Come on then, let's go. Got to go find somewhere. It is warm, but it is wet. It is the middle of summer in New Zealand. It is right slap bang between Christmas and New Year. So we are in the holiday season, and it is so hard to find somewhere quiet to go camping. Indi and I, here she is, Indi and I are seeking a bit of solitude. So we are going to go and see if we can find somewhere to camp away from the crowds. Already at the start of this trek, there were hordes and hordes of cars and lots of people camping in the camping ground at the start of the track. So we might have to try and find a sneaky little spot to get away from people during the silly season. So that's the adventure, you guys, trying to find somewhere to camp. I've just brought with me the inside of one of my tents, so just just kind of the mosquito netting part and the base and a tarpaulin. So hopefully we'll be able to squeeze that into a tight spot somewhere. The only challenge here is we're alongside a river. I'll take you down there soon, but that gets really noisy. So we're looking for somewhere not too dark, under the trees, not too noisy, big enough to put up a little bit of a tent and off the beaten track. Pups, let's go this way. So what I've spotted is up ahead, this looks like there's a tiny clearing. Could be nothing, but let's go and have a look at that. I don't think it's a clearing at all. I think actually what I saw was the yellow moss along the log. Darn. Gosh, this is pretty though. Very pretty. But probably not a camping spot. Definitely not a camping spot. Ah! Okay, onwards. Let's go back the way we came. We've been going for a little while. No camping spots yet. So we're just going to keep going. Fingers crossed. Are you waiting for me? Should we go? Do you want to get to camp so you can have your treat? Oh yes, oh yes. Come on then, let's go. Got to go find somewhere. Oh, hey girl, you want me to get the tarp set up? Get under cover. Indi and I have been going for about 2.5 hours. And that's not a lot of walking. But it is when you've got a really heavy pack and you weren't anticipating it. I wasn't really thinking I was going to be doing a particularly long walk today. So I've got quite a lot of gear with me. Hey. But try as we might, we went up and down the valley and there's just no suitable camping spots. So I've come back to this trusty spot here where Indi and I camped a year ago. We camped just up there against the trees. So I'm not going to camp up there this time. I like different. We're going to camp either down here or just up over there. We just need to find somewhere suitable to hang the tarp from. I am not going to set up the tent and my bedding because this track dissects the camping site. And so if we have people walking through this camping site all day, I might change my mind about staying the night here. So we'll put the tarp up, put the mat out, dry Indi off, and then it's time for something to eat. Good girl. Okay, how about we have something to eat, Indi? Would you like something to eat? I bet you would. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We are going to set up a seat and I'm going to cook up a steak and have a steak sandwich. That is what I'm going to do. Do you want some water? There you go. You probably don't because there's so much water around here. I tell you what I do have for you. Look at this. What is that? Would you like one? Would you like it? You do? You're going to have to say thank you. Thanks, you guys. Thanks from Indi. There you go, pups. That's yours. Oh, now, what did I do with my steak? I think I put it at the bottom of the pack. So I'm going to turn this down. Sorry, puppy dog. Now I may have to move some things. Okay, here we go. So I've seasoned this with salt and pepper and olive oil, and there's some red onion on there as well. What I don't want is for these onions all to burn because that means steak. It's so disappointing when things don't work out the way you're expecting them to. I'm disappointed not to have been able to find a good camping spot, and this is not a good camping spot because the path is here. You can see the signs behind us. We're 20 minutes from a fully loaded camping ground. The chances that people are going to come walking through here are super high, and probably the only reason they're not is that it's raining. And it is raining. I really should rig the tarp up. I really should. Oh. Did someone come running past the camp pups? They did. Are you on high alert now? The sun was out a minute ago. I can hear rain on the tarp again. The rain just keeps coming and going. But most of the heavy rain is gone. So I've just been sitting here having a bit of a think about things and trying to decide what to do. People keep walking past camp, just around the back of the tarp. And every time they do, Indi barks, and every time she barks, I get this shot of adrenaline. And it's not very relaxing. Truck comes in there, right round, and past camp. So although we've got this incredibly beautiful spot, especially now that the sun's starting to come out, it's a beautiful spot, but I'm not going to stay here. I've decided that I'm going to pack up and I'm going to call it a day. It's the first time that I have abandoned a camp partway through, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to make the call. And solo camping for me, solo with Indi, solo camping for me is all about feeling comfortable, safe, happy. Hello, puppy dog. Hello. And if I don't feel safe and comfortable and happy, if I'm constantly worrying about somebody walking past my camp, I'm just not going to enjoy myself. It's not very relaxing. So we've had a fantastic day so far, haven't we? Yes, we've had a fantastic day so far. Great walk up the valley, amazing steak sandwich, great coffee, a little bit of an explore around, and I think we're just going to call it quits. I'm going to go home. I was walking back along the track feeling a bit sorry for myself. Even though I pretended back then that it was okay to be abandoning camp, I really didn't feel okay. I was really disappointed. And then as I was walking back, just through the trees, I just glimpsed a little bit of grass. And look what I've come upon. A beautiful little clearing. And the track is way back there in the bushes. I think I'm going to try again, you guys. I think we're going to stay after all. So the irony is that I put the tarp inside out so that I could tie this part of the tent to the ridge tie-off points, and actually they were in the wrong place, so I couldn't use them anyway. But it seems to be doing fine. I mean, the only thing with this setup is that I don't get an area out the front to sit, but I can kind of sit in the doorway, and I don't know if you can see from there, but I've got this big rock that I found down at the river that I'm going to use as a table. So what I might do is just turn my seat, sit in the doorway. I've got my rock. No boots on. No boots on because it's easier just to get wet feet and dry them off. I've got dry socks, but my boots are wet, and I don't want to get 2 sets of wet socks by putting my by dry socks in my wet boots. Okay, time to go and get my beer. I'm just thinking I might need to move backwards a little bit. Puppy, can you come over here? Good girl. I'm coming in. Yes. Pup, can you come over here? That was really silly of me. I have my dry pants on, and the grass is so wet that when I walk down to the river, the grass just makes everything wet. I should have put on my wet weather pants, my rain pants. Never mind. Right, beer time. Woohoo! I feel like this beer is well deserved. It's probably going to be quite shaken up. My feet are getting rained on. Oh, cheers! Oh, that is lovely. When I set camp up, it wasn't raining. And now that it is, I just need to make a couple of adjustments. One of those being my table. So I think I'm going to make this my table and eating area, and I'll come and go through there. Look at that. Fantastic. Yeehaw. So the nice thing with this tent, and I always pause when I call it a tent because it's the inner of the Pomoly Hussar tent. It's not actually the tent itself. The good thing with it is it has got quite a few little pockets. It's huge though, a bit too big to fit under the tarp easily. When I was down at the river, I found this stone. I've given it a really good wash, and I thought I might use it as a little chopping board. Cute. So since setting up camp, I had a sleep. I was up early this morning, as I mentioned. I was up at 5 o'clock to head off and come out here. So I was tired. Indi and I had a bit of a sleep. I read my book for a while. It was lovely. I can smell fire. Someone's having a fire. I quite like that smell. It's a real camping smell. I'm not going to light a fire. The main reason is it's just so wet. I don't need a fire for cooking. I don't need a fire for heat. I don't need a fire, so I probably shouldn't light a fire. Dinner tonight is nachos. I pre-made the nacho mix. Left a whole lot of it at home for the family to have for dinner tonight. So there's actually not a lot to do. I just need to heat up the nacho mix and then melt the cheese over the top. I'm looking forward to that. So this is my nacho mix. It's got beef mince and garlic and onion. And then I put in some yellow capsicum, some silver beet, some oregano, some chopped tomatoes, and some chili beans. Yum. This has got to be the simplest dinner. It's not going to take long to heat up. It's almost ready. And then I've got some corn chips and some cheese and some sour cream. And the corn chips are almost completely crushed. Well, I nearly pulled out of this camp. I was so close. In fact, that was my intention. Obviously, I'd packed up and I was on my way back to the car. I'm so glad I found this spot. This is absolutely perfect. Sorry about the river noise. That's the only thing that's not perfect. Even though the river's quite noisy for you guys, it's actually really nice to lie in the tent and drift off to sleep. My afternoon sleep was so relaxing. I know I'm going to sleep well tonight. I absolutely know I'm going to sleep well. Sorry to disturb you, but I've got a mat for you. Can I put it underneath? Come on you. Oh, squish over this way. Let's put your mat next to mine. There you go, pups. On your mat. Pop up. On your mat. That's it. On your mat. Not my one. No. This one. On your mat. Up here. Up. On your mat. You wanna lie there. That's fine. You can lie there. Who says you've got to lie on your mat? Good night, Indi. Good morning. It's breakfast time. It's always breakfast time, isn't it? Alright, can you hop off my mat, pups? want to go out? Good waiting. There you go. Good morning. It's an early start. I don't even know if it's 6 o'clock yet. Actually, it's 6:15. So I woke up at about 5 a.m. because the sun was just starting to come up. It really is the middle of summer here, so the days are really long. But I've had a delicious breakfast. I had Wheat Bix with banana and passion fruit with warmed milk. Very comforting breakfast. And an incredibly delicious coffee. On one of my previous trips, when I went up high to a mountain lake, I took just enough coffee for one morning coffee, and I knocked it over. I was so devastated. Oh. This time round, I bought a packet with enough for 2 coffees in it, which is just as well, because yesterday I was not feeling all that happy, and so yes, I needed a coffee yesterday and today. I'm just laughing at myself because it kind of makes me sound like I'm addicted to coffee, but to be honest, I can actually stop drinking coffee whenever I want to. It's just, there's something about when you're out in the mountains, when you're camping, the ceremony around sitting down and making something hot and just being able to enjoy like a moment that's nourishing for the soul. It's really important. I was thinking to myself yesterday and actually this morning, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. Why am I doing this exactly? And then you have these moments like this and you just think, I just wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world. This is actually just amazing. It's really, really cool. Hello. How's it going? How's it going? All right, do you want to lie down here? Yeah, lie down there. Lie down there, because what I don't want is for you to put muddy paws on there. Yes. Indi slept well. She's such a good sleeper. She never wakes me in the night. Do you? No. And I slept well as well, considering that we're on a bit of a hill. I hadn't realised it until we were in here last night. And then both of us just kept rolling, sliding down to this front of the tent. So what I did, my little trick was, I got bags like, this is my wet weather gear, and I stuck this under the downhill side of my bed so that there was like a little bit of a ramp on this side, and I put my jacket and other things along there, and so that leveled it out, stopped me rolling down the hill. Oh, you're looking for that other pig's ear puppy? Yeah, that's your treat for next time. You're going to have to go on another adventure. Yes, you are. Another adventure to get that treat. So the clouds are moving really fast, but there's a mixture of clouds and blue sky. Hello! Hi there. Hi there. What have you come to say? Is it time to go? Do you want to go home? Yeah, she wants to go home. You want to go home? Do you want to go to the beach? Oh, God. She wants to go to the beach. You want to go home? Okay, we're going soon. Just let me drink my coffee. This is the problem. In the morning, once she's had her breakfast, she's ready to go. And with a shortage of opposable thumbs, she is next to useless at helping me to pack up. Hey. But she's cute. The consensus on using this little tent under the tarp, not without its faults. Like, the thing I don't like about it is it uses up the whole space, and the whole point of me taking a tarp is so that I can sit out. Otherwise I might as well just bring a tent. I do like the fact there's lots of space, like you don't feel hemmed in. But I'm just wondering if I could achieve the same thing by having just brought a ground sheet and a mosquito net. I don't know. It's quite nice having the bathtub floor, isn't it? Like having everything all contained. It's not the same when you've just got a ground sheet and you've got bugs and creepy crawlies and dirt and stuff. I think it would be great if you were sitting up underneath a tree, as you can tie the top of this just up into the tree if it was a really dry day. So I think I'll probably use it again when it's dry. Or if I get a bigger tarp. There you go. Okay, I'm going to get packed up. I'm going to get packed up. I can see the sun just creeping to the top of the hills opposite. And it's time to get packed up. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll catch up with you guys then. Thanks for coming along, everybody. See you on the next adventure. Bye.